Let's go over the function buttons on the front of your machine. So maybe let's just start from the bottom. As we start to sew, this is the reverse button. If you touch and hold it, the machine will sew backwards. If you touch it while it's not stitching, the light lights up and goes backwards continuously until you touch it again. So if you want those little extra reverse stitches, that's what you want. Start stop button, we can use this for both sewing and also for embroidery. When we do our embroidery, we'll push that to start the machine and also push that to stop the machine, so you don't have to hold the foot control down. So same thing with sewing. I'm going to reduce the speed first, okay? And when I start, if I push that, I'm not stepping on the foot control. It's just sewing for me, and then I can go ahead and push it to stop it. So it's a nice way when we talk about having you stitch out your decorative stitches. Use the start stop button, because then you don't have to sit there with your foot pressed down on that foot control. A great easy way to do it. So we also have, let's go ahead and go to our press your foot up or lift. And as you lift that up, this is a manual lift, so if you just need to pull it out and cut your thread, you can do that. But if you go ahead and push it one more time, watch how high it goes. It goes down up really, really high. So if you have something really thick to put in, that's that extra lift. So there's kind of a high and then a standard height. Now when you go to put it down, you can manually put it down. That's sitting on the fabric, so I can't pull it out. But if I push that down arrow again, now it's hovering. So the foot's pushed up a little bit. Now I can move my fabric to where I want it to start. So if you aren't wanting to just guess where that fabric should be, lower it, push this 2 times down, and then it pops it up. And then you can get it into position for the perfect placement for starting off. Okay, next let's talk about fix, and we'll do a video on fix altogether, but fix is a locking stitch. So as you start off and you want to have a locking stitch, just if the light is on, it's going to lock. Now depending on when you touch it, so if you touch it while you're sewing, it's going to stitch locking stitches and then stop. If you push it while it's stopped, it will light up and it will lock, but it will keep on going. So kind of play around with that just to see how that works, and that you can memorize which way that works. Now, stop can be used in a couple different places. For the decorative stitches, what you can do is stop at the end of the pattern, so that will just stop immediately there. Now, let me show you something about the thread cutter. So if we're sewing along and you just want to, if you're stopped and you touch the scissors, it will cut the thread immediately and lift the foot up. Now let me show you something else. If you're sewing along and you touch the scissors while you're sewing, it's going to lock it, cut it, and lift the foot up all at once. So that is a great way to have it done, so you don't have to do any reverse stitching, and it is all programmed in together. Needle up and down, let's talk about this. So right now you've noticed that the needle is always stopped up, but if we set it to stop down, then it comes and hovers, so it makes it really easy for turning our fabric, for applique, for putting another piece of fabric in. If you're chain piecing, that is great. And then once again, if when you use the selective thread cutter, it'll cut the thread, lift the foot for you. So you don't ever have to really touch the hand wheel and bring your needle up. But if you want to do something else, let me show you this. With the needle down, with the tap of your toe at the top of the foot control, that will do a half a stitch. So I'm tapping my toe at the top and getting just a half a stitch. And that's another way to do it. Of course, you can just touch this and that would do it as well. So whatever you find works best for you, there's multiple ways that each of these buttons can be used. Speed control, so we can increase that or decrease it. That's handy if you've got youngsters sewing, and it just slows the machine down to almost like a crawl. There's the fast, and here's the, we'll go all the way down to slow. There's the fastest it would go. On the slowest speed, the machine will stitch.